Hi folks, okay, it's August the 26th, 2021 and it's around 10:30. I zoomed in on the flashing lights so we can see them moving around. See that? And because we're low, I think it might be neighbours far away that part of this targeting programme, creature beast, but because it's moving about and they are moving about, changing their positions, it's not just the lights going off and on. Okay, and there's a craft really high. See if I can get that. Just put the light on. Oh, don't be able to see that. It's quite high in the sky as opposed to the sea. Right, okay. I don't know if you can get in that. The one that's high up, high in the sky. I'm going to zoom out. That's normal. Okay, you know what other cats are like. They try to do anything to discredit me. So when I see lights low like that, I know part of it is to help me, bless them, because I know I'm lying in bed, so I'll be able to see them. But can you see the lights are there? I'm going to zoom in. See the craft and the lights. There's nothing under these flats. Sorry, under these flats. Beyond these flats, there's other houses, but you can't see. They're not that high up. Factories or whatever, so you can see them. Okay. My family flashing. Zoom in. See the craft. It's like clothes. I've seen it before. I think there's 3 of them. Trying to get as much of the centre as possible. Well, I see 4 actually now. Can you see 4? There's one really bright at the bottom. And there's one that's close, that's high up, that's quite in the centre. I see flashing, and there's one. There's quite a few of them actually. I should just stop counting them. Just hi family. Okay, so that's questions. But I don't know if the responses would be clear as yesterday. So I asked quite a few questions yesterday about the targeting. It lasted for about an hour. That's some of the people involved, excuse me. Whether they're nonces or not, and whether they had entered the attachments. It lasted for about an hour. And my family indicated a response by flashing quite brightly. I'm sorry people that went to Barrel. Seriously, I can speak better English than this. I apologise, showed the school up. Anyway, yeah, it was shining really bright yesterday, quite bright. And so the responses were quite clear. So I'm going to try it tonight. I'm going to try to keep the targeting with the creature be separate from other questions I had about Earth and humans. Just click the center, see if we get response. Okay, so now I'm going to ask questions about and go back to civilization as history. Okay, see that flashing? It's like a craft going around flashing different locations. So there might be different crafts. Let me just sorry turn the fan off. Oh, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to spend about 15 minutes, no, 5 minutes, just quickly ask questions about the targeting. Then I'm going to switch it completely, turn the camera off and start again. Ask about civilization. Okay. It's being targeted because of Paul Burgess, who's a conviction for rape. Okay. Has he raped more than once? Do all the police and council and the local Freemasons know that he's a serial rapist? Has he stalked previously? Is he still stalking now? Is he stalking somebody else? And are West Midlands police aware of that? Okay, dog. And I've always said, once I realised the extent of the targeting and who was involved, literally gave you a list, running list yesterday. My thinking, there's no society that rape is wrong, child abuse is wrong, etc. It goes, you'll find out for yourself if you are original humans, you'd know how far some rules are in society. You think it's society, that's your culture, that you picked up these rules. And some rules you realise that it's the core of your being. It's just the core of you, of who you are. And this targeting protects beasts, literally beast protecting beast. I have nothing but utter contempt for sex offenders and those that support them, their cheerleaders. Utter contempt. Rape has never ever been part of the original humans' makeup. Never. Okay? Original humans don't need to rape. It's not even in our forefront. It's not even something that we'd think of. Okay? I'll stop saying okay again. Anyway, anybody involved in this targeting program and could be involved if because that was for the money or it's for this and that, getting new clothes, getting manicures, pedicures, or etc. You can tell they're not human, but they could do that. They can work with sex offenders, can work with child molesters for nothing. They've got no thought for it. When I say these people are rancid, they actually make me feel sick. They actually do. When I say these people, in inverted commas, are subhuman, they are. No one can take part in the targeting program and have any soul, have any connection to higher beings, have any humane traits in them. You're literally going against your own species, in inverted commas, because we know that they're not part of human evolution, but let's say they are for a moment. And this has haunted my resolve for how to deal with sex offenders. And this is right from the very beginning that nobody involved could be human. Nobody involved in this toxic program could be human. Nobody would risk their jobs if they weren't sex offenders for fucking a convicted rapist. And my belief, what should happen to these rapists, especially in the West Midlands, you've seen the people involved, seeking police officers involved in protecting sex offenders, including sex offenders. They need to fucking die after the third or fourth beating. This is in my head, they just need to die after the third or fourth beating, especially if you're being attacked or it's happening in the West Midlands. Literally, that's how I feel. And my family is still around me, still, because, listen, it's not human. What they're doing, the creature beast involved is not human. And it's my resolve. And it's the core of my being. They're literally the core of my being. It's not a society or cultural thing I picked up. It's the core of my being. Okay, that sex offenders and animal abusers need to die after the third or fourth beating somewhere. Not put to death straight away. They need to fucking suffer. Okay, that's my take on it. And this is from the very beginning when I spoke to Dudley Council and the police. And the more time has gone on, the more I realise how fucking rancid these creatures are. So you've been thinking that, folks. I never told you, you don't have to be a good excuse, you don't have to forgive anyone, you know. And that's my belief, that's where I stand on sex offenders and animal abusers, especially in the West Midlands where the fucking council, head of Dudley Council and Patrick Haley, and now the IPCC, what's his name, Simon Foster, the Chief Inspector David Thompson are involved, are protected, are colluding with infant, child and adult rapists. Okay, I'm going to cut that short there. And I've always said this, and this affects my family still watching over me, still making contact with me. We have been fucking bullshitted for so long and made to be docile for so long that we've lost the warrior in us. Literally, we have got a warrior spirit. Literally, humans would accept that kind of behaviour. That's why they have to look and pretend to do sound bites to act like us, even though they resent us and they hate us. Literally, they do. Okay, so I'm going to shut this part off. Next time I come on here and talk about on this channel, talk about well, my family present. I'll go on more, skip on to more about the names that are involved and the 3 questions I'm going to ask them. Okay, but yeah, I just want to put it out there that yeah, this is right from the get-go. I hated these beings with a passion, and literally just sent it over to my ancestors. I said, you know, you deal with it, you know what I mean? I've got still living to do, deal with it, but that's fine, okay, maybe. But right from the beginning, right from the very beginning, these fucking creatures sticking up for a nonce, and now I know why, because they are fucking nonces. My resolve that they need to die from the result of beatings. I want you to get that right. Not just one beating, not just 2 beatings, but beatings as a result from their injuries. I'm more adamant in that than I've ever been in my entire life. It's not something that you think about really. Even though I've worked with sex offenders, it's not something that I'm adamant about. If there's one thing, nobody on earth is going to stop me thinking this is what should happen to them. And I'm so pleased that they've got the demons attached to them. It takes on to a whole different level, but I'm so fucking pleased. I'm so pleased that they are going to be tortured in this life and the next. Just for the involvement of protecting beasts. Okay, and when the animal abuse as well, that includes people who eat meat. It's all going to be relative. Folks. So, yeah, and I'm talking about somebody who's gone back to eating meat. We're culpable in the torture of animals. So we might not be at the slaughterhouse, but we still buy the meat nevertheless. And listen, when we die, we're going to get told. I don't know if we're going to get told off. We probably will. But there is some comeback for that. But it's going to be completely different than somebody that's got a pet that abuses the pet. Or somebody just go willy-nilly abusing animals for fun, or to kill animals for what they can get out of animals like fur and etc. But yeah, sex offenders and animal abusers, they need to get fucking beatings till they die as the result of their beatings. They need to be more warrior-like folks. We've been lied to for so long, and so long we've been sort of made to be submissive. And we got that from fucking negative influence, negative aliens on Earth. Okay, so gotta go off. Our creators didn't make us to be so submissive at all. I don't want to say that. Okay, thank you, family. Thank you.